Look alive, Fringers.
It's 2099 and we are live and loud in the underground. From the streets to the scar. Keep your chip hidden, your gun loaded, and never trade your soul for souls.
Turn it up and let them know.
Big Brother is watching. Time to put on a show.
Hi. How's everybody doing?
We're here. Hello.
Wait.
Hello.
Oh,
We're here. We're clear.
We're live.
Get the fuck
there
over
was no
it.
countdown. There was no countdown.
5,
3,
4,
2.
3.
We're on the same page.
We were having too much good. We were having way too good a talk.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
Well,
Excuse me while I
hello,
just move
everybody.
myself over Caleb's face real quick, which is a place I'd love to be.
Hey-oh. Not that kind of stream, buddy.
Yeah, that's
But
the
it
After
could
Dark
be.
streams.
I'm up for it.
Wait, what was that? That
Giggity.
just moved.
Let's get back to the routine. Hello, Fringers.
Hi.
Howdy, Corey's and Frog Brothers. Welcome to episode 8 of Neon Trails, an Identico actual play. I'm your game runner, the Caleb G. It's October. It's spooky season. Let's say hello to our wonderful cast who just love a sax player in chains. First up, he can't stomach all the damn vampires. It's Mallo.
I was
Playing
gonna say
Galen.
I'm never gonna dance again, because somehow the frames messed up again. So I don't know. It's weird.
Oh.
I apologize. I take the L.
Well, Next, Cry Little Sister with Wild playing B.
Really fun fact for you guys, and I thought about it for like the past 2 weeks, and I can't remember it. But I do want to let you know, I'm never going to give you up. I'm never going to let you down. I'm never going to turn around and desert you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I love it.
Touches my heart. But speaking of touching, don't touch his root beers or his double thick Oreos on the second shelf. It's Pete playing dog.
Hello, Oreos. I don't have anything prepared, but I'll give you a short story. First
Please.
off, Wild and I are now engaged.
Yay!
But she was like, do you have any wedding ideas? And I said, for those of you who are familiar with Tom Carty, there's a song called Red Flags. And I said, a conga line at the wedding set to Red Flags in a song which goes, human centipede, human centipede.
It was our first veto.
Yeah. So, yeah. I would
You
love to
dropped
see my
it that
dad do
early? You blew it that early?
Yeah.
Woo. All right. Well, wonderful. That's just such a good, heartwarming intro to the show when terrible things are probably going to happen. The initiation's over. It's time to join the club with Lauren playing Drall.
I got lost voices of shit. Hi, 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 hi.
And you don't have to beat him. You just have to try to keep up. It's Ethan playing Mox.
You'll never grow old, Michael, and you'll never die. Such a good movie.
I briefly said maybe every introduction should just be Michael. And just add to the word count of that movie, but I went another direction. Let's get some housekeeping out of the way. Of course, Identico is live every Tuesday, almost, on twitch.tv/Identico. Alternating games of Chaos Incorporated and Neon Trails every week at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can catch episode archives, how to play video series over youtube.com/Identico. Like, subscribe, leave comments about The Lost Boys, because we love that movie. Follow us on the socials for announcements and news. Look for us at Identico and at Humanoid Games at whatever social medias you might be using. Of course, visit playidentico.com where you can read the basic core rules for free, pick up the core rule book, the Good Doctor, books, stickers, and anything else to support the show as we put it out there. If you're live with us right now, thank you. We love you. And spend those channel points to give us rerolls. We're going to be rolling some dice tonight, so it might come in handy. Don't forget to check out our show affiliate, Greenleaf Geek, for awesome dice. And Mr. Mallo, anything else out there to update the folks with?
We will be at Acadicon coming up November 3rd through 5th in Dayton, Ohio. At this point, it's damn near confirmed that the entire cast of Chaos Incorporated will be there. So now there's going to have to be even more shenanigans. We've got a panel coming up as well with Michael from the show. More will be coming out as we get a little bit closer to that, but it's I had a mild panic moment today that I've got to start shipping stuff to Caleb, who is my ride to Dayton. So he's gonna have to deal with me in the car, which is gonna be a fun thing. It'll be a road trip between the two of us. It'll be great.
Yeah, it'll be super duper fun. Hey, maybe we should start looking for tattoo shops. We'll just go get some Identico shit while we're down there.
I love it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Bagel. Windy bagel.
Bagel.
If you do it, the train has begun.
Or the human centipede, I guess.
Or the
Another human centipede.
Hey,
upgrades
whatever.
all around.
Porque
It's
no la
gonna be
dos.
great. It's going to be great. All right, so let's try to remember what happened 2 weeks ago before these shenanigans get any more shenanigarific. The crew wakes up in solace and goes about their mornings. Drall checks the job board and is relieved to find out that her rank did not fall as far as she feared. She heads off to talk to a contact, the Paperboy, in search of more intel on the dust jockeys and their secret facility. Galen wakes up from a bad dream about his final days in Angel City and checks on his family via a secure dead drop. B spent the night designing new defenses for Solace and stops only when Ferdy comes to visit with breakfast and some calming words. Mox and Dog have a lovely, touching domestic moment. Later in the day, the group gathers at the Winnebago where Galen grills up a delicious meal. They discuss what job to take next, and after a long debate, decide on an escort mission for a local Solace merchant named Zeke. After meeting up with Zeke the next morning, they convince him to stay in Solace so as not to reveal their secret routes through DJ territory. They drive for a full day and camp in the Winnebago that night. But around 1 a.m., Drall is woken up by a mysterious sound. Within seconds, the Winnebago is being shaken by a massive horned creature. So we will pick up right there. Drall and B had just seen this massive skull-headed stag horned twisting horns that look really gross and have like some maybe dried blood on the tips. You're not sure. We saw the inky black shredded nails scraping across the window. I think B was looking out the window and saw them. While the two of them decided what to do, the whole Winnebago started. Winnebago. I was putting Windy Bagel in it. I just
That was a combination of Winnebago and Winnebago.
It continues. I just ruined the whole vibe. All right. The whole Winnebago starts shaking. Everybody can wake up in this moment of unknown and chaos. And here we are.
Yeah.
I do remember ending last episode by screaming, "Wake up!"
Yep.
at everybody. So if you're not up by now,
What the shit is
you've got
happening?
some issues.
Possum suit.
Don't wake the fuck up.
don't want to alarm anybody, but there's something outside and it wants to get inside. And it's big and scary.
Mox already has a cigarette in his mouth, lit, and is in the process of assembling Casey Jones his rifle.
So the Winnebago shakes again, shifting on its axles, like something has lurched into it from the side. It's not like it tips over, but the whole thing shifts to the side and shifts back, so everyone loses their footing for a little bit. And remember, the Winnebago is not just like a camper; it's more like a tour bus, which is bigger than the average vehicle. And let's also remember that the windows, which are kind of up high, this thing has its face right in the windows. So this is a real big mother. You hear that thud, the whole vehicle shakes, and again you hear something dragging along, like the outside moving up towards the front.
Okay. You go, Drall.
Pulling out that shotgun. Okay, what'd you say, B?
I was just gonna say, with all of my research of the old world, I think we might have what they called cryptids on their hands, but it's a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
I thought they were much smaller than that and a little more vague.
Does anybody have holy water or something with them? Because I don't know what to do here.
As you're talking, there is a slap and something hits the front windshield and you hear that nails on chalkboard. As nails are drawn down the outside of the front windshield.
Okay, dog knows how to deal with this. Dog will startle, wake up, grab his machete, which he keeps beside him while sleeping, of course. Take the broadside of it and bang it against the side of the Winnebago, yell at it and be like, "Come on, calm down there, Rogers."
I don't think they go for that, man. and Galen's gonna pull a gun out.
Dog, how did you bang on the side of the Winnebago, dog?
Machete,
Yeah.
side,
Yeah.
not this.
All right, let me rephrase that question. Like, what was the pattern you knocked on the window? Like, was it just like a pounding? Was it like a
Just nonsensical yell. Ta, ta, ta.
All right. There's a beat, and then that same pattern is repeated. Whatever pattern you hit, it's you hear it back.
We'll have to Shazam that one.
Bad.
That shows it's an intelligent creature. I don't know what to do, you guys.
You want to go talk to it?
And the Winnebago shakes again, now kind of the other direction.
If you do talk to it, don't give it your name. It could also be something else. I don't know what this is, but I don't think it's good.
I watch a lot of TV. Dog's gonna freaked out, but gonna hit the side again. Shave and a haircut.
I swear to God.
2 bits.
Can we just drive through it? Can we just start the Winnebago and run away? We can't fight this thing, can we? Should we try to shoot it? Do you think it...
I am very much in favor of shooting it, yes.
Can we open the windows without it getting inside? Does anybody have iron?
Alan, this is your fucking ride. Any ideas?
What if everyone just wants to talk?
Yeah.
Do you usually shake people's houses when you want to talk to them? I don't think so.
Sweetie, listen, if you want to go out there and talk, You just falls silent, looks around, jaw a little slack, just like.
The Winnebago shakes again, this time a little bit more continued, not like someone shoving it, more like someone trying to push it.
I have actually a question out of character.
Yes.
Does the Winnebago have a speaker system that goes out to the outside? Because I think that would be great.
I feel like this is up to Mallo, but I feel like the answer is yes.
I think we should rule of cool it and say yes. Unfortunately, the Winnebago doesn't have any machine guns on the outside of it, a la Millennium Falcon style.
Cool that it does.
No, that's an optional upgrade that I feel like we need to partner to put up now.
I know I have turret blueprints. It should be fine.
Let's get an air fryer.
Okay. I was just gonna ask if the speaker system also had a train horn, but yeah.
Well, it's got a horn, yeah.
Isn't it play La Cucaracha? Or something.
Fantastic. I'm going to shakily make my way to the front of the vehicle for
Yeah, Galen will literally hand you the CB radio and go, all right, and then he's going to stand by the door with a gun pointed towards it.
Yep.
Bee's gonna take it. Are we ready, guys? Because I'm gonna ask some questions, and if we don't like the answers, we're gonna blast and gas, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, great and powerful being! We reside inside of this abode. What is it that we can help you with?
The movement, the pressure on the Winnebago stops. Long beat, and then you are all almost knocked from your feet when there is a huge impact at the back of the Winnebago, and it starts to be pushed forward.
Okay.
Push start.
Yeah. Sounds like we're getting to a rolling start. Galen's going to get into it and just go.
It looks like this creature does not want us to park here. We did not see the no parking signs. We are so sorry, sir. We will vacate the premises and make sure that you can enjoy your night. Thank you for the push start.
As B finishes that, Mox would grab the radio from her. May I, just for a moment?
Yeah, go ahead. Maybe you can make some better noise.
I'll go play Highway to Hell. And I pin the thing on and put it next to him and then start walking to the back window with the rifle and just go to slide the back window open as Galen is taking off.
Okay, so the music is blaring through the speakers. You slide the back window open. You are face to face with a massive stag skull, bone white, covered in scratches and gouges, pitch black eye sockets. The horns are twisted and broken, tipped with a dark, goopy, dried substance. You can hear...
Definitely needs a hornicure.
The very horny creature.
Yep.
Deep, heavy breaths of exertion as you feel this thing pushing the Winnebago. You can see massive shoulders, rippling muscles. You're significantly high off the ground, and this thing is eye to eye with you. So you know how this thing is easily 9+ feet tall. You see huge pecs. You see the rippling shoulder muscles. The hands that are tipped with these ragged, ripped, shredded fingernails are like denting the side of the Winnebago, gripping into it as this thing just bodily shoves the vehicle.
As Mox throws the window open, the Casey Jones in his left hand opening it with his right, and he sees this skull eye to eye. He's just going to exhale the plume of smoke that he currently had in his lungs, the cigarette dropping as he just says, "Well, hello, beautiful," and pulls out the .45 cal from his hip and is just going to straight at it.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Lauren can witness it if she wants, but the first roll of the night is a nat 20.
Yes!
Love it. Okay. So, oh my God, that was just a terrible defense roll, even with the penalties, even on top of the nat 20. You were just aiming straight at its head?
100%.
Okay, roll me some damage.
Since this is my first crit, is it roll double damage or roll the damage and then double it?
No, it's so it's the damage goes through any armor.
Oh, okay.
That would
Sweet,
have
sweet, sweet.
so it goes straight to hit points.
Yep. So you are rolling regular damage.
16.
Ouch. Ouchies. The ouchinator.
Why? I'm just going to throw this stack of things away that I prepared before the game.
No one else
chops
knows
I
the
fell in love
HP.
So, yeah, you lean down. You don't even lean down. You just push the barrel of your gun into this thing's eye socket and fire. And I think it's fair to say that Mox has been in a lot of combat and seen some damage and taken some lives before. Yes?
Yeah, most of the combat that he's been in has been, in alleys or while scrabbling through some tight space with someone shooting at his foot and him just blindly shooting back.
All right. So the amount of, we'll keep the stream friendly, blowback that covers you is surprising and a high volume, and it's super gross.
Oh man, we gotta clean that up now.
In fact, can you just give me a determination check?
I'm just saying, somebody wanted to talk to it. Now we got to clean Winnebago.
All things there is balance. A 3 on the die for a total of 5.
Okay, so the blood and gore that hits you, the ichor of this incredibly dark, thick, viscous liquid, it's all over you. It gets in your mouth. It hit the window. It's inside the Winnebago now, and the bed's back there. It's on the sheets. It's in the pillows.
God damn it!
Mox, you just start Ralphing out the window. It's so gross. Luckily, the window's right there. So you, through the water kind of pouring out of your eyes, tears streaming down your face, you do see this thing stop and drop to the ground as the Winnebago moves past it. So like it was clinging onto the back as you killed it. It falls to the ground in a massive impact. There are enough running lights from the Winnebago as Galen is starting to drive away that you can kind of get a good view of this thing as the body lies on the ground. But then you start throwing up, so you don't really have time to observe it. But yeah, that happened.
And as Mox starts retching in response with Galen still zooming ahead, there's like a bump that lifts Mox off his legs and partially out the back window.
Oh, yeah.
And then manages to get himself inside. And in the process of sliding down the back door, just...
Drall lowers her shotgun ever so slowly, pulls the hood off of her head. Okay.
Drall, something comes to your mind as you're driving away. What did you leave behind you?
What did I leave?
Oh, there's another car.
Zeke's truck is behind you as Galen's driving away.
Oh, no. I can do a turn. The biggest question is do I see anything else on the sensors? I'm just trying to get away from problem number 1.
All right. So why don't you give me a perception check with the Winnebago sensor package?
Well, it's a 19 on the die.
Oof.
I think it's gonna be it's got a D8 to it, so let's go with so it's 22 overall.
$22. Hold on. I have to make some opposed rolls.
We suddenly parked in the nest of them all.
All right, so you see 2 pings on the radar. They are... We'll back up a quick second. You started driving. You kicked on the sensors. It took a second to warm up.
Mm-hmm.
You heard a massive shot from the back of the vehicle. You felt the shift in weight on the Winnebago suspension as the body fell off. The vehicle, you sped up a little bit moving forward. You heard Mox vomiting everywhere. You can smell on top of vomit. You also smell just that disgusting odor of decay and death and blood mixed with like rotting meat is kind of overtaking your nostrils right now. Then you look at the radar, the sensor screen, and you see 2 pings. As you're driving, you saw them solitary, and now they are moving towards you.
Okay. And I know that there is another car behind us that we have to get back to. We're gonna have to take evasive maneuvers. Dog, you got a firearm, bud?
It's made out of flesh, but I got guns.
Okay, I don't think we're gonna throw him at the problem though. I'm gonna try to whip the Winnebago around and get us back to where Dog or somebody can get to the car or the truck, and we can get a move on out of this place.
All right. As we do this, let's everybody roll initiative, and we'll take it in initiative order.
All right. Nope, that's not going to do well.
All right, lay it on me here.
Galen rolled a 4.
Oh.
Oh, good.
Okay.
6.
That's understandable for Mox, actually.
Hey, guys.
18.
Whew. Love it. Okay. Dog
Dog is ready to roll with a 17.
and Drall.
A 9.
9.
Y'all, what is going on?
We are covered in viscous goop. out of nowhere.
And other things have other numbers. Well, if
I don't
anyone's
like
looking
the I don't like the other things.
I didn't hide that reaction very well. Was it? Wow.
That's gonna be a problem.
Totally not me Googling how to fight a Wendigo.
Okay.
Apparently, you just roll a nat 20 and shoot it in the face.
It's a method.
All right. So
Nat 20 is a good solution to most problems.
it really is. Okay. Well, let's just start with B. Let's just say that happens. And maybe something else happened. You just don't know about it yet.
Okay. Well, B has a very high driving skill, but B needs somebody to go with them to the other vehicle. I have all the confidence in the world that I can drive out of here and tail it, but I need somebody who is a better shot. I only have my bow with me, and I am terrified right now.
Choose your champion.
Well, who wants to put up with me screaming if it comes back alive?
I can do it. Or Drall got it. Yeah, that's fine. That way I don't have to move. That
Drall?
sounds good, actually.
It's a thank you, Mox. But you are a little stinky, and it is going to be closer quarters in there. No
You're
offense.
welcome.
You kicked ass. But we're gonna give you a shower soon. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. No, don't. Mm-mm. I'm a sympathetic puker. I can't. I gotta get out of here anyways. Is it Drall? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are we at the other vehicle yet?
No.
Pulling up to it.
No.
Okay, we're just game planning.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait for the driver to get you there.
Yeah. We can say you are like readying you're preparing to leap out when the time comes.
B is currently raiding the kitchen of the Winnebago for the containers of salt. Because somewhere she saw in like all of the old vids and archives that salt works on things like this, and also starts testing things to see if they are iron and trying to get them so she can use them as melee weapons.
All right.
And then readies at the back door.
Okay. Dog.
Yeah. Dog's normally into aliens and UFOs, obviously. But this is something he's like, you hear rustlings about. But this event has kind of awakened something in Dog, and he thinks this is kind of cool. He's kind of into this scene.
I think Dog has heard a lot of stories about the animals and the creatures out there, especially anything that might have been mutated or changed or has new adaptive qualities from the scar. I think it's safe to say that there's enough odd animals, like a weird armored rat that's bigger than normal. But that has become normal. So you've seen weird creatures. Dog has never seen anything this big and this strange.
Novelty, baby. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Dog's gonna holler out to Galen and be like, "You asking about guns? Where you want me in the back? What you want?"
Side would be great. I think Mox has got. And he looks behind him.
Yeah.
Mox kinda has the back.
Okay. Say no more. And then Dog will go to the side with his shotgun, get it ready, and hey, you're ready to go.
All right, so you're setting up along the one of the side windows just in case.
Yeah, unless I can see one of them, in which case, if I could see one of them at all, I'll just fire towards it.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah. Ooh, an 18. Dog is on his game tonight. In the midst of the darkness.
So it is definitely hard to see against the night because it's 1 a.m. It's pitch black. The Winnebago does have running light, so there's a little bit of a halo of light around the vehicle. As you are kind of posting up and getting yourself settled, you do see a patch of blackness moving against the rest of the darkness. Like you see a shadow moving out there that's moving real fast.
Boom. Shooting.
All right, give me a shot.
Let's see here. Let's see. What am I adding for attack? It's been a while since I've actually had to shoot my gun at something instead of just into the air.
So it'll be your roll plus agility plus your combat proficiency.
Just agility. Now.
Oh, just agility. That's right. Sorry, I forgot the errata.
Fun fact, Dog has a -2 agility modifier for some reason. That'd be a 13. He's blind firing.
Yeah, what type of gun are you shooting? A shotgun?
Combat shotgun with buckshot.
Cool. So you catch this movement out of the corner of your eye. It's one of those it's very similar to those sensations when like you're in your house and you think you saw something move and you turn and you didn't. But now you're pretty sure you did see something move. So you kind of twist and fire, but at the same time, Galen was kind of taking a little bit of a bounce as he's trying to turn the Winnebago. So your shot just fires off into the night.
That's fine. It's buckshot. It'll catch him eventually.
All right. Then what will happen is there's a moment of just what's going on. The Winnebago's moving. Everyone's just kind of in that heightened adrenaline-fueled panic state. Within a heartbeat, there are 2 impacts on the Winnebago, one on either side. One buffets it a little bit to the left, the other one buffets it a little bit to the right. Galen, if you look at your scanner screens, those 2 bogeys are now on either side of you.
Jesus.
Drall, it is your turn.
So we were waiting to leap out into the darkness and get in another vehicle, right? That's not happening right now, right? Oh, okay. So
the plan was to wait until Galen could like pull a Yui and get back to the box truck.
Thank goodness I had preparations I needed to make. So Drall has her shotgun out and she sees B with the salt. Salt. Yeah, salt. I saw once that it's used to protect people from bad stuff. Give me that. And she grabs the salt from her and she pours some into the barrels of her shotgun.
That is
Fuck
one
yeah.
way to get stout rounds, I guess. There's more in the cupboard.
Here you go. There's a little left. She shakes it. There's a little left in this one. I think you're supposed to make like a square or something around you to protect you or something. I can't remember. Circle. Cool. Circle. I'm glad you know. Fancy that. Old world knowledge right now. That's all.
Okay. Mox.
Mox is stumbling to his feet at this point, still just like wiping blood from his eye.
And like as you were getting up is when that impact happened, so you kind of fell back down for a second. You're just having a terrible time.
And like as he's cleaning things up, he like pulls one eyelid really far down and gets aggressively starts wiping the eye since it's fake. And there are windows on the side of the Windy Bagel, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
And tried to look out to see if I can spot one of the things that made this impact.
Yeah. So you can see you're feeling pretty dizzy and disoriented, but you see a humanoid shape easily as tall as the Winnebago, running and keeping pace with the Winnebago. This is huge, long arms, almost down to its knees. In the lights coming from the Winnebago, you can see that it's covered in like an inky black fur, almost shiny, reflecting the light back. You can see the whiteness of the skull, this massive stag's head, the massive horns and antlers. There's no other, at least from your perspective right now, bones that you can see on the exterior of this thing, just that shaggy fur. But it is easily keeping pace with the speed that Galen is driving right now.
While leveling the 45 and attempting to get a bead, just, there's a time and a place for processing trauma, and this is not that place.
All right. Give me a shot.
And you said with the errata now, ranged firearm attacks are D20 just plus your agility?
Correct.
All right, so a little lower than it was. Ooh, 17.
Yes, you will hit it. So roll me a D12 for location and some damage.
3 on the D12. Jesus, 3 sevens. 21 on the damage.
Oof. Nice. Hot hand on the damage tonight.
Whew.
So even with the dizziness and delirium and just being completely rattled, that instinct kicks in. You level a shot, slam into this thing. You hear a deep bellow of pain, and it kind of peels off from being immediately next to the Winnebago and stops to, I mean, it does a very human, physical stance of almost trying to catch its breath. And there's a hand on the Winnebago keeps driving forward. You look back real quick. You see it almost like someone who's like bent over, panting with a hand on his knee and a hand on his chest. And that will make it Galen's turn.
So we're gonna try to whip this baby around and get it lined up to the truck, so these two can get in real quick. So, how you want me to do it?
How about we start with a drive check?
All right. Oh, I think I have something in driving, don't I? Yes. Okay. We're +3ing it. Yes. That's a nat 20. Woo-hoo. Thank goodness.
Very nice. All right. So tell me if this makes sense to you. You are trying to, you picked up your speed. You're driving forward. You know, there's these two things on either side of you. Now only one. You were trying to find a spot that you could basically flip a quick U without tipping over or flipping the Winnebago.
She's got a low center of gravity.
Okay. And then steer back towards your camping site where Zeke's truck is and get up to it so that Drall and B can safely get out.
Yeah, but
Yes.
it's more like y'all need to tuck and roll. And I can then continue to like drive around a little bit and get their attention.
Cool.
So I might slow down for a second to make that tuck and roll a little bit easier, but I'm like pushing them out the door basically.
So you are able to do that. You pull the Winnebago into a quick, tight burnout spin.
Somewhere in the distance, you just hear "Fast and Furious."
It's all about family. And you aim the Winnebago back towards where you came. In the brightness of the headlights, you now see both of these creatures that were running alongside of you. One of them you kind of got away from as you did this quick turn maneuver. The other one is back 100 yards that Mox had shot. You see them as I described them before, hulking beasts, these shocking white skulls shining against the night, against the blackness of their fur. You can't help but notice that there is no light reflecting from their eye sockets.
Nope.
And you gun it forward.
Yes, I do.
And we will go back to the top of the order. Let's say that's B.
Okay. Well, since B got her salt hijacked, B went back to the kitchen for a cast iron pan and is now holding a pan, the keys, whoop, hit my microphone, and then is waiting by the door as if you were waiting for the drill instructor to push you out of a plane.
Yeah.
And waiting for the mark as we get
All
closer.
right. So with Galen's nat 20 and the plan that we have here, you know that he is gunning it back towards Zeke's truck. And you can see on the map ahead of you on the screen, you can just see out the windshield in front of you. He's basically going to be driving up razor thin right next to Zeke's truck, slowing down for a second so that you can just jump out. So that's what you are readying yourself for.
Are we going to be close enough that I can just like break the window and we can roll in?
With a natural 20, yes, that can be the plan, but you can't do that while the Winnebago's in motion. You'd have to stop for that to happen.
Nope, don't like that. Okay.
And all right, so B can stand there ready. Dog.
Yeah.
The Winnebago has now turned. You are accelerating. You saw two targets ahead of you, and now kind of as you're moving, you're splitting the difference between them, like between the 7 and 10 pin.
Okay. Which one's on one of them's on my side though?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Would you like me to roll perception to see if I see it?
You absolutely see it because of this driving maneuver that has happened. It was caught in the lights. You've identified it. You can't miss it now. This thing is so damn big.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I think we know what Dog's gonna do. Bam bam. Now, question. So the shotgun, for some game logistics, the combat shotgun has a blind fire of 2 and an aimed fire of 1. When we say aimed fire, is that at a specific body part or just like I want to hit this thing in general?
Specific body part.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's basically a called shot. Like I am aiming at its leg or its
So if
torso.
you're aiming like that thing is 9 feet tall, its general direction, pow.
Yeah,
You can do 2 shots. Okay.
Two
cool.
shots.
So, well, we will, shoot at it twice. Okay. Oh, do I roll 2 attack rolls?
Yeah, if you're just
Okay.
shooting generally, roll 2 attack rolls.
Okay, so that first one's gonna be a 3.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, dog's just shooting at this fucking sky. And the other one's gonna be an 11.
All right, so
Dog's been shooting at a lot of barns.
dog is used to just target shooting against cans
It's a
that
scare
aren't moving.
tactic.
Yeah. You know what? I will say the scare tactic has some effect. The shots go wide, but the one that you were shooting at, you see it drop into a crouch.
Yeah, intimidation and aggro. Let's go. Yeah.
But now, as the Winnebago is driving back between both of these things, both of them are going to do a thing. So they are both going to try to leap onto the Winnebago, one on either side. So I'm going to call this an opposed roll between their attack and Galen's drive.
I'm going so hard over here. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take an 18.
You feel like you're driving very, very well. And then suddenly there is a massive impact jolting the Winnebago, rocking it to the left, rocking it to the right, and you feel the drag of a massive amount of increased weight on the Winnebago.
Son of a
Looking-
bitch!
Looking at the radar, you can see that the bogies are smashed right on top of your little center dot on the radar screen. That's the Winnebago. But it is Drall's turn.
Might have to shoot.
Still waiting for that extra special moment. I'm not sure if I should shoot. Should I shoot? I should.
So, from a sense of just Drall's tactical situational awareness, she is 100% aware that these things jumped onto the Winnebago. They are on like the back. They're on the ass end of it, hanging on. One of them is actually on the back bumper, like its feet are on the back bumper holding on to it. The other one is on the side, like Spider-Man on the side of it.
Is either one of those visible through a window that I can shoot through and or ask if I can shoot through?
Unless the curtains are drawn, yes, you would see them through the windows.
I know we drew one curtain because we said no. No, thank you.
No, thank you, please. Yeah, you can see
No
some
doubt.
big old hairy monster balls smashed into the side of the Winnebago.
Oh shit, yeah! And is gonna slowly raise her shotgun and look at Galen. Galen,
Yes.
can I?
Oh God, yes. Do it.
And she's gonna smash her shotgun into the window where she sees the balls, and then she is going to salt blast this undercarriage, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah, just give me an attack roll.
Come on, baby, come on. 19?
Yeah, you hit it. You not only this thing is a pretty easy target to hit. It's also holding on for dear life as it's attached itself to the side of a moving vehicle. It's hard to miss.
I'm curious, does this count as a called shot or a ball shot? Like, or does she get two? Like, which does this count as? I'm curious.
Ball in the corner pocket.
You know, I will leave that up to you, Drall. Did you want to just like fire twice into the window as you? No, I'm going to say you fired once because you had to smash out the window.
Yep.
How voluminous are the testicles?
I mean, I think it matters.
Pendulous.
Low hangers.
Pendulous testicles.
Bouncy.
Swollen and low hanging.
2 grapefruits in a sock.
All right, so roll me some shotgun damage, please.
Oh, the imagery. Okay. So okay. I got 3d12 on this guy boy.
Holy moly.
Let me find a d12. It's been a minute. $26. 11,
Okay.
11, 4.
It's a good roll. All right,
That's a
so
nice roll.
you fire into this thing. You hear. Previously, you'd heard like that deep bellow of pain when dogs shot it. Now you hear a much more high-pitched yelp of pain, but it's still deep. It's still resonating with the size of this creature, which is over 9 feet tall. It's big. It's not like a Chihuahua yelp, but it's like a 9-foot tall Chihuahua yelp. Let's just say that. It's a real big Chihuahua yelp. And this thing releases itself and drops to the desert floor. Through the hole in the window, you can see it rolling in the dust as the Winnebago speeds away from it.
My leg! Just in a very deep.
That was the one on the side of the Winnebago. There is still one gripping onto the back, kind of the back bumper. Mox, it is your turn.
Still with the pistol in his right hand. Jesus Christ, Drall. And we'll walk to the back window once again. And this time seeing the one on the bumper right there, just try to shoot. Is this the one that I shot, that Mox shot previously? Or was Sir Grapefruits in a Sock the one that I shot previously?
This one had been shot already. So it is, that's why it's kind of hanging onto the back.
Am I able, my question is basically, can I see where so I could aim for that same section as a called shot?
In the chaos of the events, it's going to be very difficult to locate that dark blood on the dark fur.
Totally fair. Then instead, I'm just going to take my 2 uncalled shots.
Yep, go for it.
A 5 on the die and a nat 20 on the die.
Hey, let's go.
All right. So, and you're using your
Pistol.
your 45, your 45. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first shot goes wide, but that scares the thing a little bit. So like it releases one of its hands. So think it was holding on, one of its hands releases, the body swings back a little bit with the momentum of the vehicle, and you've got a clear shot at its torso. So go ahead and roll me damage.
Only 10 this time.
Okay. So you hear the impact. You're right there. You hear the gunshot, which rings in your ears, but you hear that thunk as the bullet rips into the flesh. And you hear that, again, deep reaction of pain bellowing into the night. You feel like the creature almost falls off. Like you see the body tip back a little bit, but then you see it like grip down and bear down, and it stays on the back of the Winnebago.
And just sinks down back against the door again. Son of a bitch.
And Galen, it is your turn. With all of this that's been happening, you are about to get back to where you started.
Yeah,
This has been like lightning fast, all of this happening.
Yeah, Galen's basically doing what he said he was going to do. He's going to pull up. He's going to try to slow down a little bit, let the ladies tuck and roll, and then drive off. And see if we can't get like some more cover going and stuff like that for him.
So here's what we're going to do. Give me a drive check. And then based on the results of that drive check, we're going to have Drall and B make an acrobatics check.
Not terrible. 15.
Okay. So let's have an acrobatics check from both Drall and B.
$12.
I got a dirty 20.
Hey, dirty 20s.
Cool.
Sorry, Caleb.
No, this is a like picture perfect moment. The plan coming together beautifully. Galen is speeding up and then just pulses the brakes a little bit to slow that momentum down in that almost bullet time moment of slowness. B and Drall have that sense of go, go, go. They swing open the doors. They leap out. B goes first because she was waiting right by the door, and Drall went back to shoot the thing. B lands like superhero pose perfectly. Drall, you tumble and stumble a little bit, but you absolutely land. Neither of you takes any damage. This is exactly what you plan to do. Both of you, though, make a perception check for me.
$22.
I got a 3.
Oh, no.
All right, you are at Zeke's truck. The Winnebago has continued. 22 for Drall? Yeah, you're fine.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
No, you're good. The Winnebago has continued its momentum, so it is moving past. You've got this halo of light from the running lights and from the brake lights. Zeke's truck is illuminated. You're standing there. It looks fine.
No. Oh, no.
Everything is perfectly normal. We are totally safe here.
And top of the order, it's still B.
I mean, the truck looks fine. I'm going to go and open the door so that Drall can jump in and we can all jump in and speed off.
That's fine. You can get in.
The lack of resistance is really making me reticent here. I just want you to know.
You know that scene in Jurassic Park where he gets in the truck and then the spitter's on the other second side of it? That's what I feel like is about to happen. You're just gonna whoosh
See, I'm putting my money on that.
Hold
You know,
low.
Caleb is counting on us knowing that scene, and she's like, "Make a perception check." Yeah, it's fine because it actually is.
So be
Like out.
top of the order. You can open the door, get in, no problem. Do you go to start the truck?
What have
Okay.
you done?
So you got to remember that before you went to bed, you disabled the ignition.
I can re-enable that. That's fine. I have. We grew up doing this goddamn sleep, trying to sneak out of places with people's hot rods. That is fine. I can do that under pressure. So
All right.
she goes, fuck, and then starts re-enabling the ignition and starting up the truck.
All right. So while this is something that B is very skilled at doing, I want an electronics check just to see, with the adrenaline of the moment, how quickly she can execute this.
I'm gonna need somebody to help at some point. Oh, Jesus Christ, that roll. Okay, hold on.
Oh no. Not like this.
Okay, with everything added up, I got a 15.
Cool. So you stumble for a second, and then you realize, oh, this module is backwards. Like you flip the connector cord, plug it in, starts right up, no problem. And we will go over to Dog on the Winnebago.
Yeah. All right. So, question for you. The little Winnebagoon, the one that got its ball shot, is that the one that I shot at?
Yes.
Okay. And it's
It has fallen off. It is writhing in agony on the desert floor, now behind you.
Okay. Can I still see it?
Yeah, if you lean out. You are rapidly driving away from it because Galen is now accelerating past the campground.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, if you lean out, you can. Yeah.
Because the other one was on the other side, right?
Well, the other one is currently on the back of the Winnebago holding on to it.
Oh, well.
But you can see the one on the ground.
How
Working on it.
accessible? I was going to say, how accessible is the back to Dog? Would Dog know that? I mean, it felt the weight, obviously.
Yeah, you can see it. It's right there.
Okay.
You're not that far. The Winnebago is not that big that you can't see it. You just heard, if not saw, Mox take a shot at this thing and heard it react in pain.
Okay. So now it's hanging on the back. Is there a door on the back, or is it just a sealed up, like, back of the Winnebago?
There's no door.
Galen?
There's no door on the back. There's like a big kind of
Okay.
like window that comes open.
Okay. Ooh. All right. I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with Winnebagos and RVs in general. For some reason in my head I'm like school bus. But that's not. That's not what that's
Some
not what
can
that
be
is.
like that, but like it's big enough for you to jump out of the window if you want to.
Right.
But it doesn't have a back door.
Big tour bus. Big
Well,
rock and roll tour bus.
I mean, if it's back there and it's moderately easily accessible to get back there, and I know it's back there, well, of course, Dog's going to go and jam his gun out the window
Yeah,
and kapow.
go for it.
All right. Let's do that. He'll hustle to the back and. Okay. First shot is going to be a 16.
Okay.
Second shot is going to be an 8.
The first one connects.
Ooh, okay. So let's see here. 2d10. Oh, all right. Ooh. A 7.
Oh,
7
and
total.
a D12 for the location, since you were kind of
that's right.
firing blindly.
That's right. 3. What location?
All right.
3?
That's the body.
Oh, the body. Yeah.
Hit him with the body
Okay.
shots.
So basically, this fella's been jostled around and shot a whole lot in rapid succession, and this shakes its resolve and it falls off.
Yes.
You again hear that deep bellowing groan, and you see it tip backwards and fall to the desert floor as Galen is speeding away.
Yes.
Mox will just look up from the seated position right next to the door where Dog is now standing next to it, or next to the window rather, where Dog is standing up, just like, fun trip, eh?
Look down, wink. Gotcha, babe.
Thanks.
Okay, so we'll pause initiative turns here for a second. Galen, you are hustling off in the desert. You felt the weight shift. You look back, you look at the screens, you know that neither of these beasts are on the Winnebago anymore. B and Drall are in Zeke's truck. It has started up. You can start moving. What are your choices right now? Who's driving Zeke's truck? And what is happening with our two drivers?
I just realized I don't know how we're gonna. How did we communicate on the way out here with our convoy?
Glows.
We just glows. Yeah, we just call each other
Yeah.
on the glow.
Okay. All right.
Push to talk.
He's gonna yell over the glow to Galen and be like, "You go or I go. Who wants to lead?"
And Galen is going to try to course correct and get us back on the original course. And is just kind of like, would look back and be like, the boys are shooting out the back. Just keep up. Let's go.
Pedal to the metal, honey. Let's go.
Are we still screaming highway to hell out the speaker system? We are, aren't we?
Actually, at the moment, because, that auto-suggest related songs thing happens.
Yes,
And
yes.
so here I go again on my own. We're about to hit the chorus right now.
Got it.
Driving down the only road.
All right. So, Galen, you again steer the Winnebago into a tight turn. Not as tight as you did the first time, because you weren't you're not right now trying to shake a pursuer. But you do a quick turn and you essentially catch back up to B and Drall in Zeke's truck. So you've driven forward, you drove backwards. You just keep doing laps in this chunk of desert. You speed past Zeke's truck. You see that B swings out and is following behind you.
Okay, good. Then we're just gonna keep trucking at this point because we are wired after that fight, and we are just nope. We just nope. We'll stop when we can see daylight again, because whatever the fuck that was is not something Galen wants to deal with again.
So this all happened over, a few minutes. It's 1 a.m. It's still pitch black night. The horizon has some light pollution from the various metroplexes, even though they're miles and miles and miles away. And you're driving into the night. You can see the route on your map screens. You don't see anything ahead of you on your radar or your sensors. Everyone is still kind of amped up. And then that adrenaline starts to drop off. So everyone gets that kind of adrenaline action hangover as you're all moving. The Winnebago is real breezy right now because of a shot out window. And I think the back window is probably still hanging open.
Yep.
Which is great because it still stinks real bad.
Yeah, but now we're getting that bit like weird whoa, 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 as we're going faster.
Yeah. Yep.
The wind buffeting.
Uh-huh.
After you drive for maybe 30 minutes, everything calms down and you feel fine.
You just had that dewy.
Hold on.
I don't think Mox does.
Sure.
Hold on. The world's definition of fine or Midwestern fine? This is
What
very
degree
different.
of Midwestern fine are we actually? That would
Mox is to the degree of not fine with his current physical state that he has lit up a second cigarette before the first has really finished, just so there's no lag time between the two.
From a Midwest standpoint, this is very much we're fine, even though a tree has come into the garage and you're cleaning up the mess after a tornado.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so we're fine.
We're fine.
We're
At least the
fine.
main house is here.
Everything is fine.
Mox, can you give me a determination
There it is.
check, please?
Oh, it's like Mox is not fine.
Okay. 19 on the die, so 21.
You still feel sick.
Don't affect me as a Wendigo, Caleb. I'm too young to be a Wendigo.
You still feel nauseous. When the smell of the vomit is just stuck in your nasal cavity.
Oh, the worst.
It's the worst. You can't shake that. And you've got that real sick taste in your mouth. It's partially from the vomit and the acid in your stomach. It's partially from like this residual rotten taste that was in your mouth from the blood and the gore. Your esophagus is just raw from the retching and the stomach acid. But other than that, you feel okay, but this one's going to haunt you for a little bit.
Galen? Galen?
Yes,
You-
yes.
You have anything to drink that burns?
Yeah. But
Not for you, you're driving, but
Oh.
definitely for me.
yeah, there's some whiskey back there. I don't know how good it is, but
As soon as the words whiskey back there break through, you just hear like drawers and cabinets just being flung open.
oh god, it's getting everywhere.
I'll clean that out the way. Oh, good. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
So you drive through the night. From where you camped, it was about another 12 to 15 hours, best
Cool.
estimate,
Yeah.
to your destination. Is your plan to stop and rest for a minute and check in with yourselves? Is your plan to just start this next 12-hour leg of the drive? What's your intention here?
We should probably rest again, I would say. B, how are you holding on back there?
Can't hear you.
Hello, there we go. Anyways, B is yelling back, "We're going as fast as we can. It feels like this thing is a goddamn space shuttle but we're fine, I think. Drall.
Galen, hi! Can you hear me too?
Yes, I can.
You're
Yes.
on speaker.
Okay.
hear me?
Should we stop?
I have half a tank of gas left. I don't know about you.
Tear it up! Tear it up, Galen.
The biggest concern here is your levels of exhaustion, your physical needs.
So
And mostly the fact that the box truck is not meant to keep up speeds this high for this long. It's rattling and rumbling real bad trying to keep up with the Winnebago. Like the Winnebago's got the suspension, the Winnebago's got the bigger tires and the motor and car stuff that I don't understand. The Winnebago's fine. The box truck is not. The faster and farther you go at this speed, the more it feels like it's going to fall apart.
And I just have this, as Galen is having this conversation to the other vehicle, Mox just stumbles forward and just falls into the passenger seat and is just looking straight ahead for a while. And as Galen is asking, should we stop for the night? He just slowly turns and looks at him, and you just see like all the blood and viscera as he's just...
Yes, this is like the picture of someone who's a walking murder scene.
Yeah.
It's drying. It's gross. Is
there a river anywhere near us that we can bathe Mox?
You can easily find one, sure.
How far off our path is it is the question.
An hour. Like there's water in the desert, but looking at the maps, which you would not have had without the information from the dust jockeys,
Right.
Anything nearby is like a stream, a puddle, a tributary. About an hour out of your way, there's enough of a water source that you could use it to clean up.
It's all right. I can just take a little horse bath in back. You know, make the clean up a little bit here.
Okay. All right. We're
Some
going to
wet
pull
naps.
over then because everybody, we need to just go in turns though. We're going to do this old fashioned way of we're going to do some turns and keep watch because I don't want to wake up like that again. All right. So we're going to pull over to the side. Are we in a good area? Like up on a, I try to find us a good area that we can kind of see the approach, if you will.
This part of the desert is flat for miles. So there are clear lines of sight to the horizon.
Okay.
Previously, where you'd parked before, you found a little outcropping of rock, so you'd kind of sidled up next to it to block the wind a little bit. You light your fire, you grilled some food. It was a nice little cozy camping spot. Now you are just literally middle of the desert, side of the road. There's nothing for miles.
Okay. Then we're gonna pull off where we get some vantage point and stuff like that to it. And then Galen will attempt to stay up first. And let everybody take a rest.
Okay.
Should we pull 2 people a shift just to keep both vehicles under surveillance? Because I know B's going to be wired as hell.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, we can keep one per car, and we can swap out car people if we need to. And go from there. Yeah. So who's gonna stay up with me?
I am.
All right. Galen is also wired at the moment, so he's just. Oh.
All right. So we will from a narrative standpoint, we will start with Drall and Mox and Dog. We've pulled over. We've made the plans. Y'all know you can take a little bit of a breather. How are we feeling? What are we doing? I feel like that's an adequate response. That those looks on camera and that silence, I think, is perfect here. I feel like everyone's just in that state of shock. What I'm asking is anybody like try to settle down and sleep? Does anybody do anything specific?
Mox
Dog.
is. Oh,
That's fine. What's Mox doing?
really quick, just going to try to get a little water on a rag and just like get less of this on himself. And
Absolutely.
Then we'll try very hard to go to sleep and will only fitfully succeed.
Yeah. So as you wipe this stuff off, it's dried a little bit, even though it's only been an hour or so. It's hard to scrub off. You notice as you're scrubbing it off, it's almost more oily than thick like blood. It's got that weird viscous nature to it. You lay down, you try to get comfortable, you're tossing, you're turning. Every time you close your eyes, you take a breath to try to relax, but then you catch that scent that's still lingering in your nostrils. And yeah, you start to try to get it back out. It's just so hard. You give it your best shot. You can feel yourself relaxing a little bit, but you know you're not going to like sleep. You may fitfully doze for a little bit. Dog. How you feeling? What's he doing?
Yeah. How much viscera does Dog have on him? Is it a smattering or is it a shower?
It is a light smattering.
Ooh.
Mox got the Nintendo slime bucket dumped on him.
Okay.
Dog got a little bit of blowback from the shots he took.
So like first Dragon Age cutscene after the first combat type of. Okay, Dog's gonna keep it on him. It's just so no one messes with him, just to complete the ensemble and as a memory. So Dog's gonna try to lay down, but he's gonna lean back. Just be like, that's scary. That was awesome. And just kind of.
And maybe as he's starting to relax a little bit, some wheels start turning in his brain. He starts trying to put some pieces of puzzles together. Like we said before, Dog's heard some stuff, heard some stories, trying to chase down knowledge, trying to chase down hidden information. He's trying to see, is this part of the puzzle he's been putting together? Is this a whole new picture? What's happening?
Interdimensional Bigfoot, UFOs, Wendigos, Mothman. Yeah. Fucking cool.
And
man.
Drall. How's Drall doing during this first sleepy shift?
I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm not tired at all. I'm super not tired at all. I'm totally 110% dialed in. Everything is great. Everything is awesome. We're totally going to live through this. I don't need sleep at all. And she's going to sit in there, have like lulls back every now and again. And then the gopher had the things. I wonder if this thing got the gopher.
All right, so let's have a determination check from both Galen and B.
Galen's gonna actually walk out of the Winnebago and actually just kind of stand up on like a ridge or a rock and things like that and kind of sit down and kind of look out over the area as he's keeping, watch over everything and stuff like that.
Yeah, no problem.
And he's actually going to take out his glow and make a phone or make a recording in his glow as we go. In terms of determination, that's a 19.
Damn.
All right.
Determination was the one stat that I didn't put in a positive modifier into. I got a 15 though.
All right. B, it is really hard. You are fighting, but you do stay awake. Even as wired as you are coming from this, there's a couple moments where you feel yourself nodding off, but you jolt yourself awake. You stand up, you walk around real quick, stomping on the ground, slapping your cheeks, trying to wake up, and you do. You don't fall asleep. You're fine.
The physical v mental tiredness.
Yes.
Mental is absolutely wired. Physical is like, you need a nap, bitch.
Right. So you're trying to fight through that.
Does B come over where Galen is at any point in time, or?
After making a pass around both vehicles, yeah, probably. Like, B is very curious as to what everybody is doing. So,
I'm gonna GM for just a second, Caleb.
Go for it.
Make a perception check.
Ah, shit. You both do this to me so much.
I'm going to GM for just a second. Mox, take a level up. Thanks, GM.
Oh, it's just that easy. Wow.
That was so kind of you.
No more GMs. All chaos. No control.
I think that's what makes it chaos, actually.
Yes. I got a 16.
So, as you're kind of walking up, you just hear, in a voice, I've found people, good people. Not like Zydarian and his cronies, but good people who are willing to look after each other and defend each other against the world. I'm making a new life for us here, in a place that can support us. Soon I will send coordinates. But I'll be waiting for you outside the gates. I miss you, my love. And then at that moment, he'll notice you show up and just kind of click the glow off real quick. And look at you and go, how you feeling? How's it going?
Alan, I was coming over to see if you have anything to keep me awake still. I keep nodding off, but we need to keep safe. And were you just talking to the bush over there?
No. Well, I was trying to keep myself awake a bit. It's
Oh, is that how you do it? I should go and do that too.
talking to bush. If it starts burning, though, we have a lot of problems. Just to give you a heads up. If it starts burning,
I might have magic powers.
Also true. Very true.
B kind of like shakes and shivers and goes, okay, well, I'm gonna go kick rocks and talk to bushes while we wait, because
Galen's gonna go try to make her a cup of coffee. For what little bit of coffee might be left. It's gonna be the instant crap, but Galen's gonna try to make her a cup of coffee.
And B will slam it like a goddamn shot.
Yeah, so like after a couple of minutes, and he's like so quiet to like walk outside and stuff like that, with everybody snoring and stuff like that, and like, warm it up and stuff like that, and then hand it over to B. He's gonna try to take a little bit himself, because why not? He can always use a little help, but.
And can both of you also give me another perception check?
Yes.
Ethan, did you want to jump in and ask if we needed to make another check as well?
No, you're good. You're fine.
You said
that's
perception.
cockeye.
Oh, sorry, I needed to be
yes.
sassy. That gives me a 22.
I got a 12 because I'm carrying this coffee back.
Yeah, you're carrying
coffee.
the mug somehow accidentally got filled right to the brim, so you're walking real slow.
I'm real paying attention to it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so the both of you have that conversation, get some coffee, stare off into the night. You hear some rustling, but it's the wind. It's some tumbleweed.
B will throw rocks at whatever rustles, though.
That's actually on brand.
It's very on brand. And how long did you decide this first shift was going to go?
Do you want to do like 4, 4, and 4?
Yeah, let's just try to do that so people can power nap at least.
Yeah, so let's say it's around 2 a.m. when you parked.
Mm-hmm.
So how long did you want to let them sleep while you two stayed awake? 4 hours?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 hours. Yeah.
All right. It's quiet. It's cold. But then those 4 hours pass. Around 6 a.m., you start seeing the sunrise creeping up over the horizon. And here we are.
Mox can take second shift, and so that every watch has 2 people, I can have Argos watch the other truck, so that then there are 2 people left for the final watch.
Okay. Because we're still be ahead of schedule with this, even if we're taking this stop. Like, we don't necessarily have to just have somebody pass out in the passenger seat.
Yes.
So let's.
Right, we have the secret passageways from the DJs, so we should be fine.
All right, let's do that, and then I'll just
Totally
try to. Yeah, totally worth it. It's an investment into future riches and glory.
Investment before profit.
Yeah. And so yeah, we're going to. I'm going to try to get some shut eye.
Okay. So for this second chunk of 4 hours, taking us from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Sun's coming up. It's getting warm. Galen, it's hard for you to fall asleep, but you've got some old habits when you're able to force your body to rest in stressful combat situations. You definitely have some pretty intense dreams that are a mix of some of your past life, some things from Angel City, some of those combat moments that now have weird horned monsters in them. So a little bit of blurring of traumas, but you are able to nod off. B, you hit that point where your body just takes over and you pass out, like 0 to 60 to 0. Like you're going, you're telling yourself, I gotta sleep, I can't sleep. Boom, you're asleep. Like you don't even realize it.
Rolled up like a cat.
Yep. Mox, it's bright daylight. You're able to see everything around you. Like I said before, you're basically just pulled off the side of the road. There's really nothing. There's no buildings. There's no huge mountains or rock outcroppings. You've got clear flat lines to the horizon. It's really quiet. You hear some early morning animal sounds. Once or twice you kind of like that Doppler effect of vehicles moving past you quickly and moving away from you. And you can see some trails of dust on the horizon. You are still in dust jockey territory, so it makes sense that they're dust jockeys. Once or twice, you think you hear the whir of a drone up high above you, but no one bothers you. You're just sitting here by yourself for the morning.
Just since Argos is walking around and patrolling the other truck, just from his glow, some quiet music like the Rain Song by Zeppelin, as sitting there with Casey Jones fully assembled and ready to be unshouldered at any time.
Yeah, and oddly enough, nothing happens. Like you're anticipating something to happen, and nothing does. So 10 a.m. comes around, and you can wake up.
I'm going to walk over to Dog, where Dog is sleeping, with a cup of coffee and just like under his nose.
Made it just how you like it. Your shift. Move over.
Thanks for the bean juice, babe.
Warm.
I feel like maybe Mox takes the warm spot that Dog left, curls up under the
100%.
same blanket. Yep. We have such great Foley work on this show.
I have to say, when I was re-listening to last week's episode, and there was just a loud...
All right, so this has taken us through the hot part of the day from 10 to around 2-ish. Dog, Drall, anything you want to do or take care of during these 4 hours?
Draw dicks in the sand. Keep watch. Personally, yeah.
Again, nothing really happens. The heat is pretty intense. The sun's very strong where you are, so you find shade in the Winnebago, in the box truck to try to stay cool, but you're still up, you're still walking around. Drall, as you're waking up, as you're keeping yourself moving, your mind goes back to that thought you had right before you fell asleep. And you remember that you took pictures.
Oh, fuck. Shit. Where's the glow? Ow! Ugh. Oh, so bright. Where are they? And she's swiping through her glow, you know, not even like bothering to get up. She's just like squinting at it, looking for the file folder to look at the courier's body.
So you find those pictures, and when you wake up a little bit more, you can go outside the Winnebago, and you can see that the outside is just covered in these scratches and claw marks when the creatures were clinging to the side of it or impacting it. It's pretty easy to see that it's the same claw patterns.
So she's looking at her glow, and she's like, enhance, as she she zooms into her image. She is going to hold the glow in one hand and lightly with a finger on her other hand kind of like trace the deep grooves in the Winnebago. These are the same these are the same. And she's gonna go to immediately. Oh no, B's sleeping. Oh, is it? Okay, she's going to wait patiently for anyone to show any notice that they're even kind of maybe almost awake. And then the moment someone does, hey, look at this. And she's got her glow in their face. Look at this. This is right on the outside. And then she's going to swipe to another picture that she took outside of on the Winnebago. It's the same. It's the fucking same. It's a goddamn epidemic.
This gives, like, 5-year-old that just figured out memes, waking up their parents to show them the memes. Very hard. I love it.
Nancy Drew's on the case, motherfucker.
And everyone, as they were taking watch during their shifts, could easily have seen the same exterior damage and claw marks and that kind of thing. So that in itself is not shocking, but Drall was the one that had pictures of the courier that had been killed. So now she's making this connection.
Just so you are fully aware, Drall thinks that this is a revelation. She thinks that she has cracked the code and she is looking for a gold star from Mama and Papa right now. So that's the energy you're getting in the morning before coffee. Just keep that in mind.
Out of curiosity, who's Mama and who's Papa in this metaphor?
Clearly Dog and Mox.
That just raises more questions.
That answers all the questions, babe. Let's go.
All right, so 2:00, everyone's starting to wake up and come back together. The heat of the afternoon is still heavy. Of course, inside the Winnebago, even with the busted windows, it's comfortable. You've still got a good 12 hours ahead of you. What do we want to do?
I think we just need to soldier
Eastbound
along.
down.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. I think we just need to keep going. So make our way. Yeah, make our way as fast as we can, without, overtaxing the box truck, obviously.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
We're gonna go
will
at a
the
good
box
clip.
truck hold up?
Yeah, we'll go at a good clip and try to make our way there.
Making her way downtown.
Yes.
Walking around.
Yes.
The box truck is fine driving on the roads that you have found in Dust Jockey territory. The trouble it was having was the high speed over the rougher desert terrain when y'all were trying to get away from the situation.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Should we check to see if the cargo's okay in the back of the box truck?
Do we really want to know, B? Like, isn't it better to be in blissful ignorance?
So you're saying Schrodinger's box truck, we're just gonna wait until the very end to open it?
We
What if
knew
it's
the
just
cargo
green?
last time.
What if we just want some green? That all was for some green.
I feel like there's a couple missed calls from Zeke.
Oh,
Because y'all said you were going to check in with him.
Decline. I'm on to something here, Zeke. Stop messing with me.
Well, is it on only Drall's phone or is it also on B's phone?
Let's say that it is through the messaging
Okay.
from the
Declining.
job board that Drall has on her phone.
You'll be fine.
Galen is the one that had said they were going to check in, that Zeke had agreed to. Everybody had talked to him, but he would have used that method of communication for consistency and security.
12 missed calls. We should probably call Zeke back. Let's put him on speaker. Hey, Zeke, you're on speaker.
Oh, hey. I expected to hear from y'all last night. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. There's nothing wrong.
Perfectly safe out here.
Everything's normal.
Truck's great.
Well,
Drives fast.
that makes me worried.
Why? We just told you it was fine. It was totally. But we've got this firmly in hand. We're on the road.
From context clues of your tone, I'm a little bit worried.
Because we're driving. You're making us talk on the phone while we drive. That's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, we are dividing our attention. Wait, can you hear me, Zeke? We are dividing our attention currently to talk to you.
Okay.
Everything's good. You good?
Oh, okay.
I feel like there's a hard cut really quick to the other car with the three guys just there. Like, you think they're doing all right over there?
Boys night.
Okay. Well, I hope to hear from you tonight. Let me know when y'all get there.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, for sure. Okay, Zeke, love you. Bye. Oops. Okay, Zeke, talk to you later. Bye. And she's gonna hang up, and then she's immediately gonna pick up her glow and hey, B, throw the. I'm getting a picture. I'm sending it. She snaps a picture of us in the truck like this, and immediately sends it to Zeke.
Oh, you said you love Z.
It was an accident. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I don't usually talk on the phone, and I know from my immaculate tone you would never have noticed.
Okay.
But I'm more of an email messaging kind of person, but so I fucked up.
Okay. All right. I was checking.
I don't love Zeke.
That's okay. He has a life.
There's a smash cut back to Solace. We're in Zeke's shop. He's standing there holding the glow. His wife is like, "Who the fuck did you hire?"
Yes.
He just shrugs, freeze frame.
And that's right as the picture comes through of the two of them.
Shotgun up.
One hand in the wheel. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it is an uneventful drive, which is just a breath of relief for all of you. Now, you were about 12-ish hours out. You didn't start till around 2. So when it's getting to 9, 10 o'clock at night, you know you've got another 4 or 5 hours ahead of you. Are you going to try to power through? Or are you going to stop?
I think we power through. Every time we stop with darkness around us, bad shit happens. So.
All right. So you power through. This last leg of the drive gets you all the way out of Dust Jockey territory. So basically, the original route would have taken you from Solace way out in a loop, like way out to the left and then back up north, because it was kind of west and north. You went diagonal straight up through Dust Jockey territory.
Mm-hmm.
So you, at the end of this last leg, you kind of cross that line that from the map, you know you're out of Dust Jockey territory. And you can tell the roads shift a little bit. They're a little bit worse for the wear. So you can feel that you're out of the territory here. And you're back on the original route. And within the next, depending on the road, depending on the speed, if you take a break to pee, 3 to 4 hours, you're going to arrive at this little settlement in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Okay. Then we're going to, we just got to keep it going.
Cool.
Yeah.
So keeping the convoy going late into the night, early morning at this point. And it's just before dawn as the two vehicles pull into this little settlement.
Is anybody up and awake?
No.
Okay.
Y'all have seen Solace, which is, a city in the desert. Y'all have seen little villages, farming villages, places where people have built a little town for livestock or around some mining. Again, this is the type of thing that most people from the Metroplexes don't know is happening out here.
Today we're heading to his door.
But you're used to, and you've visited, encountered places that have a degree of civilization. What you see ahead of you, your destination is ahead on the map, the pin. It is literally 5 shacks in the middle of nowhere. There's not a road that goes to it. Like, there was a road, and then you turned off the road and drove for an hour.
Is there banjo music?
No.
Okay.
Are there trees with dolls in them or anything?
No, there are no trees with dolls in them.
Okay, we're safe.
Early morning light, like those first barely perceptible rays of sunlight from the dawn are coming over the horizon. You see these 5 little shacks, and they are kind of built into hills. Like you can tell that for faster building to save on resources, they dug out or found a cave and then built out from there, so they didn't have to build an entire structure. Mm-hmm. You see that there are 2 or 3 ramshackle vehicles parked between the shacks. You see some mining equipment, and it's quiet. There is no one out. I would like everybody to make a perception check.
Find a die that hasn't screwed me tonight. Okay. All right. Perception, you said?
Yes, please.
15. I'm still wired on driving. Oh God, I'm seeing a lot of nopes and a lot of head shaking.
Does anybody have higher than a 15? All right. So, Galen.
Uh-huh.
You see, and this is incredibly brief, so fast, you think you're not sure if it was real. You think you might have missed it or made it up just because you're wired and tired. But you definitely saw it. One of the windows in one of these shacks, there is a quick flash of movement. And it's that thing where you see it, you don't know if you saw it, but then you replay it in your head and you saw what it was. There is a curtain, a blanket, something over the window, and someone moved it aside briefly and pulled it back, and you saw the light from inside shining out at you.
Okay.
Other than that, there is no movement. You don't even really hear anything other than just, early dawn desert sounds.
Wanna beep the horn or something? Let them know that we're here?
Have you ever been to a settlement way out here? They don't take kindly to strangers at weird times.
Well, we're bringing them their food. Like that. What we're supposed to do? They not want it?
They may wake up and not know whether or not we're bringing them their food, though.
Well, I mean, if we announce it as Zeke's delivery service, they would know, right?
Does it say it on the truck? Right, Zeke's. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, with the
In
scratches.
Sharpie.
Yeah, with the scratches and everything, we won't know. But let's get in. Galen's gonna get out of the Windy Bagel and just kind of cautiously walk up to the house that the shack that he saw, that had the light on. So at least somebody is available for him. And when he gets up to the door, he's just kind of lean and just give a light knock. It's like, hello, we bring food. We bring food. Y'all were expecting a delivery. We are y'all delivery people.
There's a long pause, and the door opens the tiniest crack, and you see a face
With ram horns. No.
you can't even see much more than just this tiny sliver of a face. You really have no context for who's talking to you or the rest of their body. What? And they're whispering. What are you doing out here? Take cover. Shh. Get back in your car.
I hate to ask like this, but take cover from, and he lowers down just a little bit, from what?
They're all around us. They're out there. You got to get inside. Not here.
And he looks at it and goes, ram horns, big dudes, skull thing.
You see, so you saw this sliver of a face. They were talking at you. You saw their mouth, a little bit of their nose, a little bit of an eye. You see the face turn, maybe looking at something over your shoulder or back in the house. You're not sure because you see so little of their face. Again, there's just no context. But as you're describing this, you see their eyes get a little bit wider. You see their eyes are very dilated, almost entirely black. And they shut the door.
Ain't that some shit? And Galen will kind of walk back out a little bit and kind of take his hat off and just kind of scratch the top of his head, looking around like, the fuck are they talking about now? We done been through all this one night.
So you're now looking back at the two trucks, the two vehicles.
Yeah, he would turn around and look back out towards the trucks and out into the night kind of area and stuff.
So you kind of pulled up and parked facing this little group of 5 shacks. You now turn and look back. And you see the Winnebago. You see the Winnebago. You see the box truck. And you see a little rise, a little hill, and the blackness of the night is shifting and moving, and you see a form stand up from a crouch, and another form, and another one, and another one.
And he just kind of looks at it and is like, not again.
And that's where we'll end the episode. There we go. That's the end of episode 8. Thank you, everybody, for being in the chat. Thank you, future audience, for watching and listening. Come back next Tuesday on the 24th of October for the hopeful return of Chaos Incorporated. And that would put our next episode on Halloween.
Yep.
Yes.
I feel like spooky things are going to keep happening, so tune in.
This
Thank
is
you,
not going to end
everybody.
well for us. I can see it coming already.
I think it'll be fine. It is time for So Longs, though, so let's hear from our lovely cast about who they are, where they are, and what they're doing, starting with Mallo.
Hi, you can find me every day on twitch.tv/TheMalloman, where we go through a bunch of nerdy stuff, specifically mostly Magic the Gathering. You'll find us brewing up crazy builds, playing a lot of Magic Online, and trying to play against other folks. If you saw our stream on Saturday, we had a fun Commander Day where we just have chill and have fun time with buds. You can also find us again at a Catacon coming up November 3rd through 5th. I should really start planning and packing for that. But we will be there in the flesh. So come by and say hello. I think you can still get tickets. Caleb will know all about that in his goodbye message in a moment.
And Wild.
Hello, you wonderful shiny people. The best way you can find me is right here on this podcast. So if you are listening to this, either you can like, follow, and share on whatever platform that you're doing it, and or let other people know, or come into the Discord that we have for this and ask us questions, or go on to Drive Through RPG and snag an electronic
copy. It's dangerous.
Dangerous. An electronic copy of the rule book. You can also get the physical rule book as well in many of the stores up here. And I believe, Mallo, are you taking some over to a Catacon as well?
Oh yes, I'll have copies of everything with me at a Catacon, including the GM screen and the Good Doctor. So if you like scary things with monsters and the stuff like that, I will have copies of that with me at the show as well.
So if you want to play along or check out more of our adventures and or support us so we can keep doing more, yeah. Like us, follow us, share us, talk about us. Let's go.
All right, what about Pete?
Hello, everyone. I've recently gotten to a new hobby. You can follow me at The Mallo Man every day on twitch.tv and on all social platforms. But in all seriousness, you should go hang out and watch Mallo. It's a great experience to theory craft and build magic decks and discuss magic, and it's just a nice, fun time. And especially if you're a beginner, fantastic way to get into it. There you go.
Lauren.
Well, hi. You can find me on the internet, mostly. I'm Thousand Faces, and I'm also 95% Lauren. Have a good week.
And Ethan, bring us home.
You can find Thousand Faces Cosplay on all your social media. Thousand Faces Cosplay. If you like D&D specifically or TTRPGs, check out our TikTok where I talk a lot about D&D rules, crafting tips, all of that. And if you want to watch the Wild Beyond the Witchlight stream that I am running, that Lauren is also a player in, where she plays a stoner turtle named Bodhi. You can watch that live on Misty Mountain TV's Twitch, or you can catch the first 3 episodes if you need to catch up on our YouTube Thousand Faces Cosplay. Digital Clubhouse TV, who's in the chat, is also one of the players there. So
Come play.
you need another thing to watch.
Look at it with your eyeballs.
And I am on all of the socials at Caleb G. You can find me right here for Chaos Incorporated, here and there with Farm to Fable, and taking up space in the archives on the RPG Academy. As Mallo pointed out, we will be at a Catacon 2023, Dayton, Ohio, the 3rd through the 5th of November. Tickets and event registration are live right now on tabletop.events. And of course, you can buy tickets and register events right at the door in November. We just found out we got moved to the big room. So we got a bigger room, more space for vendors and events. We've got a whole bunch of cool stuff lined up in some of the side rooms. It's going to be a really, really fun time. That is it for today. See you next time. Same cyber time, same cyber station. Good night. We love you. Take care of yourself. Do something nice for yourself because you deserve it. get out there and drink your water, take your meds, eat some food, touch some grass. We love you. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Mwah.